Good afternoon to all comrades on the call. It is both a pleasure to speak with you at our AGM today and an honour to serve as the parliamentary chair in Westminster. And as the chair alluded to, yes, I'm a proud trade unionist. I'm a member of both Unite the Union and the Community Union, and it is a real privilege to represent the new constituency of Alloa and Grangemouth in central Scotland. And to give you a very brief introduction of the constituency, it's fair to say that my community has been ravaged from 4 decades of mass deindustrialisation. Once vibrant and lively places have been decimated because of political choices and the creation of a society that has left both workers and their communities behind as victims of rampant corporate greed and the political choices that promoted that. Low paid employment, reduced public services, dreadful transport links, minimal retail offering, closed leisure and youth facilities especially, poor access to healthcare by way of general practitioners and dentists, and also alcohol and drug addiction that often leads to rampant domestic violence situations and incidents. These fatal societal consequences of austerity and other failed political ideologies over the last 40 years or so are prevalent in my constituency. And dare I say as well, the same sort of societal consequences that many politicians today are trying to convince people are the faults of immigrants. And comrades, from the outset, let me be clear: the manner that the government is talking about immigration currently is morally wrong. And as a descendant of an immigrant myself, a Polish grandfather, I was appalled at the deplorable language being used by the Prime Minister earlier this week. And I'm of the opinion that with the rise of extremist right-wing politics and the subsequent pandering to them and those ideals, that just legitimises and adds credibility to these awful views, then there is an opportunity for trade unions and organisations like ourselves at Liberation to really show the leadership that the working class people and communities all across the United Kingdom so desperately need. And along with this really alarming domestic direction, we also see division, oppression, and injustice in many places across the world. And the original aims of campaigning for the rights to self-determination of colonial peoples and the struggle against imperialism are as relevant now as they ever have been in the last few decades. And it is incredibly important that parliamentarians such as myself use our platform and opportunity to highlight the dire humanitarian issues from across the world, and also campaign to advance peace, political freedoms, and overall social justice across the globe. And that's really the kind of centre of what I strive to do, or what I will strive to do as the parliamentary chair for Liberation. And comrades, my ask and expectation really is that we work together to be the parliamentary voice for Liberation members, and to represent our values in Parliament and speak for all of us on a wide range of issues that Liberation members hold special and hold dear. And alongside comrades on both the Executive Committee and the Central Council, I really want us to work closely together to try and effect and impact UK foreign policy and promote international solidarity and the advancement of the general working class. And in Parliament, I've already engaged with parliamentary colleagues who share these same ideals of achieving peace and human rights for oppressed, disadvantaged and vulnerable people, and trying to encourage them to add their voice to calling for the ideals of self-determination and social justice. And I think it's important that in Parliament that we try and build that wider support. That's going to be of paramount importance. And by achieving achieving support from other MPs and other parliamentary parties, as well as Labour MPs, and the likelihood of the Speaker's office selecting urgent questions and applications and submissions of debates, then the chances of that, the likelihood of that will be improved. And in Parliament, I will continue to use those methods that are open to me, including written parliamentary questions, oral questions, and departmental questions, submitting requests for urgent questions and statements in the House to the Speaker's office for that level of accountability of Secretary of States and Ministers. In applying for Westminster Hall debates, adjournment debates, and backbench business debates. And also as well, obviously happy to host any events, discussions, presentations from affiliated organisations within Parliament, and to invite fellow parliamentarians to attend. I'm glad that it was mentioned earlier on, the event for International Women's Day in Parliament at the start of March that saw women from Gaza, Sudan, Iran, Iraq and Western Sahara speaks so powerfully. It was excellent, and it left an impression on everyone that was there, parliamentarians included, as to the issues that many women across the Middle East and North Africa are facing. So, to conclude, just at the point that my voice is about to give in, as I'm struggling with a head cold as well, it is an honour, it's a real honour to represent us in Parliament, and I really want to effectively highlight issues that mean so much to us as members in liberation and what we are trying to achieve. So I really can't wait to get working with both Executive Council and the Central Committee and the membership at last. So thank you very much for this phenomenal opportunity and to speak with you today, comrades. Thank you very much.